I get in these loops of just continuing searching these bad topics.
It happens.
My penis is so polite. It stands up so girls have a place to sit.
In 2017 in America, that'll probably give you like a sexual harassment charge or a rape charge.
Yeah, well,
Verbal rape.
just saying hello probably would do that.
Right. There's gonna be a verbal rape charge coming up.
Oh, haven't you heard? It's called being offensive language.
Yeah, it's bad.
I don't know why I hate the faux hippie movement so much.
I like hippies.
I have no reason to hate people. Like, they didn't do anything. I just don't like them.
Yeah, no, don't like hippies really.
Huh?
I don't really
Like, if they were
hippies.
genuine hippies, you know, but it seems like it's like an outfit they're wearing more than anything.
Oh yeah.
And even if they adopt like the lifestyle and the natural remedies and shit, there's like some weird like narcissism to it. I don't know why.
Yeah. No, I totally get that. That's probably one of the big reasons. Is I don't want to generalize. I guess some of them are pretty cool, but for the most part, when I encounter hippies, it's pretty much that. It's like once you get them on their subjects, that what they get on those subjects, and then they kind of have this like high nose attitude about it.
Yeah, definitely. Exactly.
Yeah.
They're not actually open minded, but they're like,
No, they act like the thing is they act like the way they see themselves as open minded is because they've been open minded to the point where they found the truth, man. And now you need
yeah,
to be
exactly.
open-minded like me. But by definition, they're technically closed-minded.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of ironic.
You get it.
Yeah, I get it. I've been around some hippies.
And I feel
Alright,
like people who are yuppies are probably more likely to be hippies or faux hippies, and I hate yuppies too. So
I'm not a big yuppie though. At least I don't know. I have a friend who's Hare Krishna, and she like hangs out with a lot of hippies, and so I've been around that.
she's what, Krishna?
Hare Krishna.
What is that?
That's just the specific like sect of Hinduism. Like usually like people that practice Hinduism worship a specific deity more than the others, I guess. I don't know, each one is kind of different. It's really confusing, actually. Krishna is kind of like Jesus in their religion, and I think it's more common over here than a lot of the other deities. But like fucking what's his name? Was Ringo? No, yeah, who wrote? No, George Harrison. He was a Hare Krishna. They're like hippies, kind of.
Interesting.
Yeah, they're cool though. I mean, like it's cool because like they have this little place where all of them, like a lot of them live. At least it's like a little kind of reservation, but not really. And they have like festivals over there. And I went to one. There's like a bunch of crazy music and shit, and really badass food. I fell in love with curd. So that's pretty cool.
That's always a topic I wanted to like explore, kind of, and like I don't know, maybe watch a few documentaries to like dip my toes into understanding it. But I ended up just watching like a Vice documentary about uh, a brand of Hinduism or whatever that worships like a prostitution deity, basically, and they all like sell their bodies
Oh shit.
in ode to like the
Prostitution goddess? Wow. Never heard of that one.
yeah. It's on YouTube. The Vice documentary. It's really interesting.
I'm gonna have to check that out. That's cool. I mean, it's interesting. Yeah, I know some of the deities. I don't know all of them because there's a lot.
Are you guys Harry Potter fans?
I wasn't allowed to watch it as a kid, and then when I got older, I didn't really have a desire or the appetite
Watch what?
or to watch Harry Potter.
Yeah. Well, this is another one. Hey, baby, I want to put my philosopher's stone into your chamber of secrets, releasing the prisoner of Azkaban into your goblet of fire, giving you the Deathly Hallows.
Oh my god. It's like 5 or 6 references.
Well, they forgot the Half-Blood Prince, though.
Nah, missed it by that much. I don't know much about Harry Potter. My brother read all of them.
I was like a hardcore fan.
I was reading. I don't know what I read in Series Unfortunate Events when I was really young. I read like a lot of Lord of the Rings, but I don't remember it.
Can I read your T-shirt?
Series of Unfortunate Events was so good.
It was amazing. That book series. I would reread that book series now. I mean,
Yeah.
I used to have all of them on hardback, and I lost them. I literally don't know where they went.
I have the first and the last book, so I never bought any of the other ones.
I bought them as they came out at one point. Like I started when I was young, and there was like 4, I think, at the time or something. And then I was waiting in the little Scholastic like newspaper you get at school to like order the books, and I would get the new books whenever I saw them. Fucking love that shit. That's like young readers, and that's just super well written.
No, yeah, it definitely is. Like, I feel like it can breed a certain branch of, or brand of person if the right person. It kind of nurtures something in a child who would be like more literary. I think, you know.
Yeah, no, it's a very intelligent sort of book compared to a lot of young reader books, and it's a little dark too and serious. You know, it's got like kind of sarcastic. I don't know. It's got a dark sense of humor a lot, and I got that like when I was young. I liked it.
Yeah,
Liked the
definitely.
vibe, you know.
I didn't really read a ton of other books, honestly. I think those were like one of the only books I read.
Yeah, there was a time where I was reading a lot of books, and then I kind of dropped off from that. Like my attention span just got shorter for books. I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
As the
That's
end.
high.
Yeah, I think starting to smoke weed when I was young actually did a good bit. Maybe not though. I was getting burnt out on doing well in school. My parents made me do that shit for a while. And then when I got older in high school, I was like, I don't have to like do this anymore. Let me just coast by.
I wish I had my attention span back for sure. But coming to think of it, I kind of had a short attention span even as a kid.
I did. I used to reread pages constantly because I would read them and like I knew my eyes were moving and I was like reading the words, but I was just totally thinking about some other shit or like distracted by something. And I'd, like
Yeah, even if I liked the book, it just was like my mind just took over and completely.
Yeah. It's always been like that. It's kind of hard to manage. That was one of the reasons why I didn't do well. I did well in tests, but I didn't do well on time tests really, because it just depended on how like focused or interested I was in answering the questions.
I remember in first grade, whenever we had timed assignments, I would pee myself a little bit. Like, I'm not even lying. Like, that's a thing.
It was like conditioned in you when you were young.
Like, I just was an anxious kid, I guess.
I don't blame you though. Look at the time this test. Use the bathroom. I was just said shit. I hated word problems in math because I get like halfway through them and then have to reread it again. Like I don't even know if I'm listening. I couldn't figure out what they were trying to ask, not because it was hard to figure out, but because I wouldn't pay attention to what I was reading like that. Just didn't care.
I remember, like, you know how they have, like, the line drawing? Like, they have, like, they would have, like, 2 answers on, or 2 sentences or whatever on different sides, and you'd have to draw lines to the things that, like, were appropriate and stuff.
Yeah.
And whenever it came to things like that, I would always just, because I wasn't interested in the work, I guess, I would just try to find, like, do the first few and then be like, oh, I see a pattern here, and, like, just end up doing whatever I predicted the.
Just a quick guess, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I feel you. I tried to cheat, like not cheat, but just shortcut everything that I didn't care about. I don't think it always worked out though. I had a lot of problems with being like immature too in ways when it came to, I don't know, school was all about kind of telling you what assignments to do. And when I got older and realized how dumb a lot of the shit was, and especially being in Mississippi now, which was, which is one of the lowest in the education totem pole. So like, I remember one time I had to do an assignment. It was like first day of class for marine biology, and it was like write a short like page on something about marine biology, and I drew like two kangaroos boxing and turned it in. I don't know why. Like, I can't believe I was that.
The teachers probably laughed.
Yeah, no, he was actually. It was so bad because I called him Ross Dog off the bat as well instead of Mr. Ross or Coach Ross, and he didn't. I never really made him laugh. He always had the straightest face all the time. Like, he never hated me really or anything, but he just, like, that was all my jokes to him, and everybody was laughing except for him. He'd just be like all the time. It was bad. We took a school trip like to the fucking aquarium, and he gave out his phone number. He's like, all right, nobody prank call me. And then he like sat down, and I was right behind him, so I called him immediately, and he picked up, and I was like, is your refrigerator running? Because you better go catch it, and hung up. And he just turned around with a straight face, like, and then just turned back around. It's like, fuck. I can't get this guy to laugh. I did pretty well, though.
Effie Polar? Question mark? Oh, the guy she's saying was probably Effie Polar.
Oh, yeah, probably. He's like INTJ or some shit. It's like, no. I used to get him though because he would give out like projects to do for a week, and I would forget all about it, and then he'd be like, all right, you guys have your projects, and I would just tell him like, shit, is it okay if me and my buddy Tyler did our project together? And I had like, he'd be like, yeah, whatever, or like he'd be like, I don't know if I gave that out, and everybody'd be like, yeah, no, you definitely said we could do it as a group. And I would do all the talking because he didn't really want to talk, but he really didn't mind doing projects, so that became a thing. I would like speak on all of his projects for him, and he'd do them. High school was kind of fun. College was definitely fun. If I was a race, he'd be my first. Like, thank you. It's such a compliment.
I would take it as a compliment. I would run away. But that's when the rapist knows you're in on it.
Yeah.
Because if you want to, it's not rape.
Yeah, exactly. So he wouldn't be a rapist then. So you can. I don't want to make that joke.
I know that feeling when you're like about to say something and you're like, oh, no, just realized how inappropriate.
I'm so proud of myself. That rarely happens. It's usually an aftermath thing when it comes to joking. That's where I really fuck up.
Speaking of rape, it's kind of interesting how
Sorry.
I mean, I guess that was a weird way to transition.
Rare way to.
Now we're gonna make the rape joke.
No, I'm not gonna make a rape.
Yeah, well, you open the Pandora's box.
I think you triggered Loki.
Yeah, God. Oh, the whole thing with like people thinking that girls starve themselves because they feel ugly or something, but a lot of women actually become anorexic because in response to like being raped, because they want to be as unattractive to men as possible.
Damn.
So like if they were like molested or raped or something.
Never heard that perspective before, actually. That's morbid.